Well, Abushia for Emamina Joy, Mama Kwaba, ha, my lawyer, my counselor, Jumedi, so TV XYZ, and name numerous of our join here on call baby bonny cry. Debia, your babetana, Hana, came round one sem na for the foot to a tattoo. It will say Dino, my lawyer, my counselor, until your lawyer etnasi, and your lawyer, your counselor, Natanasi, and Nafi, your boncomo, Eddie Abuasine Beya, near my Bakumuni, and Sebia, one tell one see woman, I said, touch so, our Wabrabumuno. Wape anopu masibre na amafo bebre tuasika ekoje consultation ewo eniama hudu mu ahade obenya ni free nti wo de ade se obetena ha sei na afi one atena efre nwume no so yakopem se bebo no wotwe na ene kwasie dai wo boabo ho na ochena wakọ adwuman anase ochena wo bibibi a wo ye ya wo jeje wo jojo ho kakrai na wakan ho na ya bonkomo kakra bobu niama ba ko mienu miensa bi ho ene ye kasa e de afa sika ho sika de mimse ye ka sika na obi a ni age ye say money moves the world na emom no sika no nipa bebre ho a wo mu ni bi ebi mu nso wo bi bato mu hu enso hwe nti eno ho komo na ye ba bebo e de afa savings and afa investment ho ewo my lawyer my counselor Dwumadie so nti one ye ntena na sua bibi efa free mu na won fa ball bra dachi bia obehia ma obabi si piesie Dwumadie na ode bae na papa no beka we me de ye adwuma no aboa me sa no sa da na mehia na na me so na maje me commission na bibia fe eti ye live on Facebook and afa ye sign live and so e wo TV XYZ so Ghana fa na ba bia any Africa ha say once one multi TV dig box no so nkwa de wote yen kan live and colored midin e di PSC okra me na matena set so himpon a wote bedwemu na wodi afahye na omanfo ejenchia na sa pepepe na matenase na mede eye Dwumadie ebro midin edi PSC okra your honorable without constituency nti wona yentena sa bre eko ene me guest a waka me ho ma me ne bonkomo Sinanu Kofi Numaji Sinanu Kofi Numaji wono ye financial coach basikasem ho ntotoye ho a wono no se wutifie na wadwen aye ontanta wo sikasem ni se na esi sika no wono beboa na afi watene ma ase about money savings and investment Sinanu akwaba.
Thank you very much.
Bibi aboko there.
Bibi aboko.
Why fine. Come up. I'm say wona nka esemeka se bia wote ha. So hina otina pakan mu. Na so otibedwem na wogentia.
That's it say when invite me about.
Yes, so that's say your friend wanya kwan ene yen aba ye bonkomo. Eti opanyi say ye ka say savings a obi a otifia na obi ohwe ye beka say savings dey say ne wanye scam na bro so no. Na de bi akwa akoto sika kra bia na say baby a ye betumi dis kana ade adane na ochena bi ho kire wa wakoho de unsa akwa kobom savings sikasie ankasa no sen ene say yete ase ewo fie.
Okay, nti me that's say mo invite me about more program here so.
All right.
And when it comes to savings ankasa no and what say idea
Pacho na makasa den kakra ma.
Okay.
All right.
What say idea it was say wadwum pom no say why bibia ewie it was say a lifestyle savings it was say bibia a part of you nti yemfa ne say wo ye bibi wo ye adwuma ana wo ye business it was say every time no utiminya sika bia when you say sika aside where you use other things where utilities ne obi bia no sika no ebeda ho for a debia obi here emergency obi here emergency IBB and ya fe na wokọ bobosia efie busuafo ho ana wokọ dinante nkofo saka se moma obosia munya say it has to be something and the car ne say it was say a idea a start fee with younger age a lifestyle into a idea it was say a habit what's that what your habit subain thank you very much into a subain na it grows to become a lifestyle
okay
into yemfa ne say at the age exactly it was say it fashion in kwalampo
okay
it's always the best or the best in kwalafi a tender age amemo who say omunyi no a idea it was say normal say we say visika
okay
because in kwalawo he omo shebre and everything no is around how omo parents be shishe omo so mabrabo.
Okay.
So let's say we juma we jacket every month. There's a rule be omo friend of 50-30-20 rule. I was say they be an ultimate a portion usika. Now we say 50-30-20 rule. That comes to 100%.
Yeah.
So I also who say usika no 50 no e comma we needs.
Okay.
We needs be a you may hear. In the end, say obi to your rent. Eduane beba entade shemu obe to nyema ma nkola sa nyema kitten e wo ho ansa na 30 no 20 make 20 no first because 20 is important 20 no ebe ye savings so no emu na obenya investments na insurances a wo de be si ho ama emergency because na say na ye kroma ye na bibia ye ebe start say wo be chiro na so be hia bibia no na wo fisike bia nsie ye
now come one winya bi.
Thank you very much. Until at every point in time no wunya. And you have to also make sure say nipa de enya ye wonyema or say ye yusu ye hobbies ye wonyema e be ya my excited those are our wants. And no sa no so no I also always keep 30% of all sika na wunya no a year. So that you can always at every point no and yes I feel na wo koye bed na ma obi. So I keep saying say ultimate structure wow earnings no salary year.
Okay.
You make sure that these monies are apportioned. Ebi mo e dem more because omunye sika na problems na e twen omo. Nti eto de bia omu ntimi ntwen ka say oh sika yi me ko bank impo no e bia ebusuafo asem me kweye me yese na sika no asa ansa na ni bebo so. So one of the smartest thing you can do so when you sika bia na banks here you can have a direct debit and a standing instruction. Sika no to account mu na eyi akɔhye say insurance or say a savings so na akɔhye ho.
Okay.
Na it's not a matter of afena wo be don sakoka aka say a year sekeni and it takes a lot of discipline to save. Savings heading especially in this part of our world.
Okay.
Where we are always meeting situations savings heading bang.
Okay. Eti mama sa fa won call back biom. Ye ka savings one sem say ye disika besie. Obi beka say Ghana has a share Ghana a developing country. Edwuma kra ni ho. Say 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 savings no yem fan share ho no. Obi o ni edwuma. Oba dey save. And number 2, o say yem fan hye nkola na omonso save. Eno no sa no obetuma start here free nkola no.
Okay.
Almost 6 na yen ko about it. What is the right way about it?
Okay. That topic is very dear to me. I dey me pepper because what share abrochi a obi hu say you will be my friend educational fund de bia no parents no e contributed towards into akola be due time obekọ ebia university and college no na sike bi wo ho another akola no be nya obeka say all akoye na dwuma bi a people say oh sike ya save amount and you can actually start your future into emma akola no a certain level and leverage to have a better life in kola mo we ye kola no won say de bia na ye che sika na bia wo parents aje office ga chebia na waje
na mama say o me dey
control ama obo
da wo go fu abeka say okwa kwajiro o say jama bibi je jon eduane na sorry I would do free say free
sika. But the best thing we can do for kids they say we should introduce the whole thought which has been something which has been asked for a long time susu box I keep saying that is a learning curve for children me akwala say me kai me akwala pa no na e ba miska ku school na me de bi sie me pass.
Oh, okay.
Me de bi sie passes every week also because me name say bro nya bedru.
Yeah.
Me say me nya nyema say me cousins name madam fofo. Me say papa no ma beton tade am me say me to gan bi. And I to car toy bi. It me hu ade ne pa wo baby but me say sika no because my me say wo say wo toy wo ho wo wi wo ho. Wo bicycle. It me first time me to bicycle no me say isusu na me to bicycle.
Oh, I see.
Me call a brim. So I believe that every child should actually be introduced to a saving culture. I would say, "Mommy, and bro, for friend the piggy bank."
Yeah.
But yeah, friend the susu. And we're gonna say, if you look at our local environment, so people actually have structures via, we can say, anopibia or point ejima or susu or tu susu. We should let the children know that savings is a lifestyle and it's an important culture. Say, if I say, and then mama 20 Ghana, say faku school, and power con would breakfast. In see 20 Ghana or the quarter lunch. Maybe also a job is saying so then you learn that okay, I have to keep a little bit of that money. Maybe I made the 5 cedi baby fee, it's 5 cedi baby fee. But the beshim susu box no. Today be on the bar watching and say, oh, do you have money? Now they are shim. Obichen sika, you have to save. Now they are shim. Now my colony who says, sika no save, you know, a on one kasa nedia, but it's for a target. And mostly, you know, be before no, and oka target once I'm not able to say. Yeah, but it's a target, yeah, idea you and you. It's actually to streamline your life. Nature will say, okay, I want to buy this car. I call on that check so better car. Obisa type. In the says, how can I be so autonomous? Who save you? I bet me out of car.
Okay.
So in the child's mind, no, they are saving towards a goal.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you realize that children at the age of up to 6 years, when they do things, it becomes normal with them.
Yeah.
They incorporate it and it becomes normal.
To me,
exactly. Exactly. Because and ya fena obe fele say obi de neka I was say nipa ne sika onim say me say sika ya to ha plan we na be say me si dan be say me to car be say me yes me to kwan sa sika ya me dia to ho no metimi use sa sika no aye dache. That is how we should start with the kids.
Okay.
We should actually introduce every kid. I feel like I will say eye ade amusua wo suampom nya
yensua wo school na fie nso
fie.
Okay.
And education there a certificate. That's the first place of learning.
Yeah.
I will say teacher and parents bia who say akola no the obe chire no eno na odi benyi. So it should be a lesson, a life lesson, life skill lesson. Akola bia be say savings is key.
All right.
He encourages susu boxes, piggy banks. Now the good thing is that there are banks that are keeping accounts for kids.
For kids.
So the kids can say, okay, mommy, I've saved this amount. And now planning your gift, fini what for be na down for be and be ho and the birthday. One man sika. Yeah, wow. Parents be what make us oh akola dey say I want sika dey. Yeah the kotonya man because they be sha akola no. But I was say also the starting account. And now the baby ma akola who say okay, this is the beginning of their life. And then if say akola edi be 10. Now I catch and say oh, be sika bi wo ho ma until the twaso. It gives the child a certain thought about even their parents.
Okay.
What you say? It is always the best say in Kolano, we will institute that thing in their lives. I mean, we say savings no a idea you can't do without. Send our best to a more sorry. I'm going to say uncle so uncle bompa other religion uncle cremosom uncle no. It's the same way we should introduce savings to the children. It makes it better for their life. Now uncle say so it gets to a point where you realize that a generation that has been taught about savings no. Omunya yeah, feel no bebo abanyechi and as a woman papa papa and yes mama. When him say okay, why you bibi so best start a shop or be shoemaker or be way market woman at least no we save you baby. So we should introduce that in the children.
One man na save you na obia or ye dwuma bia as all children ba sinesi because okay obi baka say oh na me kra po de anopa kra sika me de be ma kra ya ko school kra e me feel say sika you kra nso no e na me say o manage ma me na me ka say won sie bia how and in these situations no e ya awofo ne mfa ne say because honestly modern you see times are hard,
very hard.
It's parents bread it's me share ba ko bi na o say o sika no kra the banedi ko school onya kra ko betum but otuma o calculating within the month ni ade na m1 no it's nipa bi say onya ya o be person ne babeye fa kwan be so abra ahoche wo ho there but something that we must do because so obasua sa ade na onyini a ne ho beto no it's yenye ne den.
I think for the beginning no I will say what they share akola dream. You have to conscientize the child that savings is key. What they share now will share one kasa wa dream wa. You realize that as and when we go through abrabono, there are times when you have gifts or you have certain things that come your way. Try and create a little portion. It will be you underestimate the amounts now they be saving. No? But I believe if you are saving even 10 Ghana cedi a week, you are still growing it. Well, maybe I cast a little drops of water make a mighty ocean.
Sure.
So what the wide range say, oh, sika with the and so that.
So there is no little.
There's nothing
amount
like
of money.
little when it comes to saving.
Okay.
Because people are on different incomes. Obi ane the onya. Obi to me any 5,000 a month, obi any 1,000, obi any 500 Ghana a month. It's on obi to me I for this 5 cedi and now 2 cedis. But it doesn't mean say nipa no won't grow. Maybe the person has plans of growing and becoming better.
Okay.
Say abraba ye with me. Obia aspire to do better for themselves.
Sure.
So when the more you save, when you go higher, you actually are able to use the opportunity to actually save more. So that is basically. So I believe say I will say yeah, say the little even you have no. To me, say one CD po in kola de omo yen kola. Woman 50% crash is excited. Once you are excited. Woman kola who says asika no, you don't need to spend it. But they too hot. They only no mema. Edwane na obedi a mehwe atari a obehye. To we the first sika no to na fa hye baby. Na that no. And I say the door so a you betimi ayi baby end of the year. Na yetimi akoso. So I believe say it doesn't matter what you are earning, how hard things are hard everywhere. It's that's the funny part.
Yeah.
But then it starts with discipline as mekano. So I'll say uno as nipano as parents no. Also we are very disciplined. Na what make us say okay. Say once in puna every day and every month no. And every week no. But better
okay.
Ama akola no. Yeah.
Na say kola savings na ya dia hu hia. Ye ka sika kura ho asem. Kwan ye fa so kura sika na opanyi sina no say esese ye kire nkola se ne ye sidi sika esie ene ade na eno na beboa na omunyini a eye ade a atumi akwa wo no mo ho na okire bi uni ho kra na ne ho kire na onim se onim savings nti ne ho akire no tumi hwe ne sika mu ka se o metumi di we aboa me ho eno no saa no ye nyini na nyina ye sie sika ebeboa se ne be ya ye nko aho kire me firi se aho hene nti ena ye ja more nti more no no eno any savings no ana meboa
eno na waka no
okay nti ye nko obi a me pese ye fan at all levels.
Okay.
Se oba Ghana ha se ya obi a we senior high school. Se wo ye adwuma kakra ebi obi wo ho a wo ye shop attendant ebi ye adwuma wo shops ahodo mu companies ahodo mu mo ye adwuma nketen o mo na wo ka se 500 600 800,000 for no. Eti san krofo no at best kwan ben so no mo fa so en save because o tenkra ha obi wo ho ta denta na bia wanya shop bia o ye wo bia spin test to adenta and yeah unkomra every day ne lorry for cry asem but one console onya bibi kakra at the end of the month because bia obi ho pescal the quarter forms akọ university ni ade eti safo no efutuo no enkosen in terms of savings because it looks like all the time no bibi mia omo omo hiska de aye all the time nti safo na omo hwe no efutuo ben na wo de momo.
Okay, so what I would like to say is there's something called streams of income.
Okay.
And we are younger and I thought it'd be heading because you are focused on getting and getting and getting.
Yeah.
But I believe say obia nipa desenibiano or giftings or maybe how do you call it, hobbies. And now people are moving their hobbies and their giftings and making money out of them.
Okay.
So who young person, I think you should sit down and see what can pay you if you have a hobby. If you have maybe a gift, God-given gift or talent, you should look into that. Or if there's a second stream you can actually activate. There are people who are doing maybe factory jobs. They go to the factory end of the month. They earn just me now salary is like 500 and I'm working. Maybe adenta or bejuma or north industrial area. They be a the salary in Kwana about half of the entire money spent. But my point is maybe when you get the money you might say okay me person me ton adiki to ebi. You know it doesn't even matter about how big it is. The moment you can create a stream for yourself.
Inti our home can say so ye juma ho akiro de pe bibi fufuro bi so a wani je ho say bia nyankopon chawache de bia say bia nwom to
you should explore it.
Okay.
People are now working and when on the weekends obi to me call drums na money ska.
Yeah.
Obi to me call now akoye equipment ho ayejuma.
Me kai na me primary school me so na me board drums.
Exactly.
Ebi o ha omo to be family.
Now magiska. So you see what I'm talking about. So I believe that at times we have to start thinking different as a generation.
Yeah.
I will say ye drink differently. My end drink to say akituamba ye ho achire say ye nyisike ho achire. Let's start looking deep into ourselves. Ebiana we say no obetimi I MC every weekend.
Yeah.
In the is there you work Monday to Friday at XYZ.
Yeah.
Now weekend wako MC wedding. Wedding no call na na wako sorry program MC amount envelope. It be a 500, 200, 600. That money is money you can save towards things you need or things you want.
Okay.
So I believe that the young people in that category we are talking about, no, we have to start exploring. There has to be confidence. There has to be that zeal of we saying that we are going to. Because the Kuma heading, what try can but just try it. Because I know somebody who works as you're saying.
Okay.
Or Ejuma, Monday to Friday. Okay. It's not like they want to do that forever, but ultimately call a bartending, a waitress. Now upon on the weekend, Sunday or off. When you can cry the home. I know somebody so also a idea. Or when you feel him, or your mobile money, space to space, but or call 9 to 5 bar, or call no partner bar, but no so no, man can cry. So I believe that there has to be, as young people, we have to look out for streams of income. And say, oh, 2-3 streams of income. I wouldn't even say, this is meant for my bills. This is meant for savings. This is meant for upkeep. So you just create them. So I believe, say, I will say to me, explore how we can actually get different income. Because income there, mostly, when you put all your burden on one income source, they are not adding.
Yeah.
Because a cry rent won't ending. I mean, end that form. Cry, any boarding. A transport first, no. Sika kwa na sanko app so. Into be bia echo app. The only reason why you need to actually make sure, say, you are looking out for streams every day. That's my personal analogy and philosophy that God has blessed everybody with a certain level of talent.
Okay.
And there are people you meet every day. There are business opportunities. So look beyond what you are doing now and try and explore better. As young people, there are so many things you can do. Just make sure it's not illegal. It's legal. Something legal which you can even grow. Obi to me 95 and now I na DS and now we 95 and now or focus on any business. Not all tone. So then it's not impossible. So as young people, I think we should just try and look for streams and make sure those streams are actually directed to our savings and other needs, other investments.
Okay. Eti say upe say usavia na se uhwe na se sika na nso a ne opese o che ne se hwe wan kasa wakoma mi se oh me eden na manage ho a etumi aye e bia ntwene na abo nwom na auto a na wa try se obeye no kakaka ufie ana we area wo e bia amafo ta hia de bi but e bi ni ho na wa pekwan bi so
aduane ton bi the weekends it's possible you say go for ejuma or bank then so ono asanton bi on the side they sell eggs obi to me ejuma or pharmacy and a hospital no longer sell pharmacy small chemical shop we be kakra bi obi to me so ejuma and that form. So you see that's the thing, it will never be easy and it's not going to get any easier, but when you start you realize that it was a good decision you took. Obi wo ho ebiana ejima or printing press was started to autumn books and also supply your mama school, like it doesn't have to be something too big, you just have to start small. Exactly my point. So as you do that, but say better no ebe reduce that's the whole idea.
I think so going forward, they say you pay sectors by sectors. Now you opportunities say I'm to me
explore.
I explore because see here to obia of unam street so obia say kroma eshi. Eti I think say my lawyer, my counselor, so any bad say you pay experts in various fields because now no na AI ho asem opportunities they banning nyuma ebaba be for free ho. Amafo bebre ka ho asem ne adenti my constituents mo de ya ba dream bibi ho nti me sure say sinano ya be san afrew biom because in the financial sector no wo opportunities be around that obi pese owre mu a obetuma owre mu na afi ye di san kobo no kakaka na di rather other sectors because the main aim of this program is to better the lives of your audiences now no more away fear.
You guys are doing well.
I think say a good thing. Until my moving on to market women. Obi oton ade wo ni tiri so oton nam ojom ebi ton emo aya no akoko to sa for no savings no enya saying because what can say a 50 30 20 it's 50 no and now de be hwe wo niam a wo hia na 20 no there na wa 70 says can 100 cedis and a 50 cedis ni there wa there bia de betu light bill na bibisa na 30 no we say no say na emfanye
nti 30 no be e bia obekọ asori obekọ party be bia na bi 20 ni investment obekọ ye ne sanya manya 20 no investment is as 20 when say susu na wo ye no sa susu sika no and 20 no I will to aside. But I'm for say otu susu no kra interest dem ba ho no sa be kwa koje na hwe ni ho ya. Okay, so about the market women, among a group of people, I admire them so much.
Yes.
Because what Shepana, they are the most sustainable business people ever. What say baby ayefi? Omuna omo me atwe bi mu omo adane lawyers, ni teachers, it's just market. We come makola.
Me mami be waton koko sa. Hwe ne ba ma ne baba be lawyer.
Ampa minimi obi sa so waton agbelimo ene waton ama nemba nya akọ school abrochi aba.
Wow.
And she's still selling.
Wow.
She makes millions.
Wow.
Yes. And I think for them, they always have the opportunity because they are always seeing cash coming. They are always selling. It's the oldest. It's the oldest business. Trade is the oldest business in the world. Like into Dibia autonyema onyesika. They only need structures and discipline. My only problem with them, they say, eto Dibia obi be tonyema or the basket. I'm just used to use a basket of onions or a basket of tomatoes.
Yeah.
Wakofa basket of tomatoes be 100 Ghana. Ewo Burkina ba.
Okay.
Or the aba waton winya mfaso be 300 Ghana also.
Okay.
Winya sa mfaso no. Ebia na ewo se osane kofa biomba.
Yeah. Nti okwa op basket mienu.
Wafa wateni sika no. But this time around no, why comfortable to the extent say on peso be save. Sa sika ni mo an the business no. Weyi ne ba school fees or kotua. Esi eyi aba weyi se sika no okwa ye. Sa sika ni mo an so no.
Ebia na
afore wasas kama so yesi eyi aba nti wakofa ntoma opam ntoma sas can obey party. So I feel like for the market women they just need to have structures. I will say ni tirimu no oka say ene end of day minya 500 Ghana 500 no but the 100 Ghana ebeto ho e dia to bank and dia to savings. And I keep telling, I have a couple of market women friends, quite a number of them, and I've been telling them this, and quite of them it works for them. You have to learn to pay yourself.
Yeah.
The problem is that you are doing business, and that same business, no, what is sika, who is sika fimu, other things. It is a scanner, so no business. Into, I told you, Becca say, once you are honka, Becca say, hey, sika me who sika, a jam make fake. What is it? Market woman say that I didn't make fake. Man said, no, who fast war.
Meanwhile, now to one and to my trim no Toby.
Toby. Yes, I am a Virginia school fees with your fees or the cop. But then also on no way who in fast walk. But then it's just because one structure I didn't ye.
But Dudona Sukua Yankopon boy, ye mubi my koye. Dudona to Uncle Saskuno. It is anim dear way ye book munim dear. That is where
I bet to differ. Because education and what's a school kwa you will feel nyansa bo what you say. Until I believe say nyemai idea able me I share omo without letting it look like a school nyansa bo. Because what channel or you're smart me because the market to me is smart because on to me alcohol fat tomatoes abeton asense ho enya ho fa so e dey bia it means that she knows what she's doing.
Yeah,
onim de oye pa we just have to let them know say ma sikeya wenye until I keep telling say the only reason you are sending or back to school is that on better say.
Yeah.
So you have to tell the mom say, "Ma, sky when ye, men feni nya and ye say, ye fe bin ko bank." I know a market woman who sells fish. She brings fish in large quantities. Oto de biana or the bank because ebiana officer nkofo be ebiano.
Yeah.
Into the bank no or ko akoto fofra. Otimima sika say omenko yi say enko. Na sika ni bi no end of month no we yi bi ama ko account no.
Na say no so savings na ye kan. It is say ton ade a yemma sika no nye safe.
And ye safe.
Enye safe no yemfa nko to bank.
Say on fan to bank rana. There are people now nkofo ho amoji sika.
Okay.
With me actually I'm pacho sika no munye ni mienu. Every month no munye say ento ho. Market no. My whole idea about distinguishing between the funds they say you can distinguish say sika we no a business end of month sika me to way and no and I be a me ba kwaye me to your school fees and as sika no and it be and I me ba to say but sika no bomu na wu ya ehun fa so discipline din pa because honestly I know that people will say that idea okay then na obisika my ejuma wako problem e wa here and solve the problem no but when it becomes a lifestyle a habit it becomes a lifestyle into every month because tonya mana me sika if so no me de kakra to ho I've paid myself.
Okay etino o say ehun hia say ya ye ejuma ye ntua ye ho ka.
It's very key.
Very key.
Yeah.
And number 2 ye sie sika no se ne be safe.
Yes.
Na uhia tembia na watumi akọ nti na say anu ye wo ho ma ye home na ye nom nsuo wo ho enkomo na ye de pa ye home na enum nsuo ye ba kwan be na ye mfa so ntua ye ho ka e na kwan be so na ye betumi di sika na akọ ba bi ne obete ye si o bank bi egu na fa sika na ye problem ye baba be di e no nso ho nkomo na ya san di investment kakra nso ho nkomo say wo save no e die mu na wo du sika ko sha say investment e betumi aboa na ama obibi kakra se ne be ya so ho ben ha ho ebusu for sika sie hu nkomo na yedie menua senanu aba be kan ho a enne wono financial coach wono coach yen nti o say wo hwe ade na on says ase niam bia na wunim ene wusua na ade bebre wo ho aye de ba be so nti wo de ane se wo be koso a na wa man fide na da ha ma yenum nso mra ye ba my lawyer my counselor dwumede no ebesa to aso.
We are one man short. Should we invite him?
Yeah.
It be old cargo.
Can I join you guys?
Yeah. Always drink fresh, natural, X, mineral, water.
Still got it.
Always keep hydrated naturally. That's my secret.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many hour crap.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforodia Aquadum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. Auto checks. Check.
AutoChecks, your safety, our priority.
AutoChecks.
Abusha for Yasamba bio my lawyer my counselor dwumade so eni me di PSC okra ye bon koma na nwumre e de afa sikasie ho savings and investment safe na wa join ya onhwere ne ma bebre ne esua ne se ye ma no ye start mo mu nsua sikasie se na be yo mu nyina ye be ka o ho na afi ne ho kire na wa nkɔ ne ofa bi ho ama ne ofa na nka se wa mantem na afiri be firi okoro na ode ne ofa na anya se be obi ofa timo ode eti e no ho komo e na ye bo wa ha se ya ka mo amoye bodwa kwanya mbefa so asie sika eno de still na ye wo ho because bodwa wo store kakra ye mobile money kakra obi wo ho ton suo obi ton enam odwom obi ton jenne obi ton emo obi ton wo mo no na sese ya yedru mo so yese mo ye adwuma abosom bia no ese mo tua mo ho ka kwan ben so na ese mo fa so tua mo ho ka se na be ya obo say yes we tua mo ho ka we dey won fa so ne ade financial coach Sinanu ewa hase akwa babiom.
Thank you very much.
Eti na ye ka say kwan ben so na ye mfa so ntua ye ho ka as small businesses SMEs obi wo ha ontua no ho ka no ani say mayiwe ye didi obi wie na o say ne mfa so te na ho ka no wan hye dan hunu so.
Yes. So as maker no business be our capital or the share. Business be our capital be our the share ejumani mu. There's a normal amount of money with the ashim and the expectation so what say ebia end of sale and meton we are menya say some people actually are able to sell goods faster than other people.
Yeah.
In the end of the month no we realize here winya ne enfan say total expenditure and our total gains when you're asking now, the question is, are you rolling back into the business? But then you have needs as Obi Awoho. Onyema also yeah. Mostly, the problem with most Ghanaian traders or most Ghanaian like market women is we tend to go into that same scanner ya tonye mene nyano. So scanny biya na yede cause of other problems. But my problem here is this: if you are solving the problem with that money you are getting, how is the business growing? To be who say Obi, watina fa for the past 5 years. What ton sa de na but onti me go here, onko nim. And it's just because a discipline in you. Obi beka say osori no baby a problem ho. Ebi am say problem dey ebe wo ho a ko see da nya me beba. There will always be a problem.
Yeah, sure.
But the problem, the thing, the issue there is that you have to also learn how to structure your whatever you are getting. So this is my rule, my personal rule about. I tell the market when I meet some of them that whenever you have an account, maybe a business account, and maybe how this you can see, it's always good because now we are in a cashless system.
Yeah,
they've also understood you doing a lot of e-banking.
Yeah.
Mobile money.
Yeah.
Some of them are using POSs and all of that now. So my point is, so this kind of banker, what is me a bank manager and relationship manager say me paucho me pese month biano me pese me dimsika me sabe boss asiki ya mo amede ejuma no enti ma amount say enko me savings account me second account a salary to me ana savings keke enti that be him say no dey tua hoka that will be his other things. So wait me I can say okay, me if you sa account him, but main account na sikana what ton ade sikapodo na wakọ fa to want to say fi bokina what ton yema ade be simo no. You don't go and touch that amount of money. I can say what they survey, it be a rent, what they kutia bills, what they kutia no. Sa sikana it be a we moving every month no. We won't say constantly no. It's coming.
Okay.
And you are focusing on the amount of money inside the main business account. Now with the age we better say oko bank me tabletop business woman me table so and you see there is no level to which you can't grow. Mr. Kasamedia make no. The sky is beyond your limits.
Ade saying e so ko
with him. Okay. Enti obisa ho say ade a meton table li for how long person meton? Obeka say me dey no na why but growth is important. But important. See, I want on table. I bet me I call the next thing maybe contain them small contain them and a kiosk, wooden kiosk. I say I nyama no oje no more. First now we bed 3 boxes. Yeah, obeje bed 10 boxes. That only means that the more you are selling, the more you are earning.
Yeah.
That's how the market's principle is.
Okay.
Into influence but he back home. The minya bia if so binya back here 1 cedi.
Okay.
Me 1,000 bottles in a week
1,000.
Menyasika, we do another 1,000. Menyasika. That's basically the principle with our mothers.
Okay.
When it comes to selling in the market, that is how you have to learn to put the money you have worked for aside, and try to distinguish it from the money which you are being paid and use for your other things, your needs, and how do you call it, your wants and your savings. Ultimately savings are if I say 10,000. So I'm going to go straight to the investment wing you're talking about.
Okay, to boka
okay.
Say nipa no eko nenim te say ne na wo kana sana ye beba investment no. Obi wo ho asema wo ke wonim. So me kra me nyaaya na sesi akra meye den na matumi ayewe. Obi ye kan ne sika tembia e woni fie. On fanko save. Se ye start say ye save na ye betua ye ho ka wo adwuma mu a ye nko he.
Okay, they are God being so good. Your institutions, your savings and loans, your banks. So you can actually do your research and find out which one.
Korongo, obi share Dwaboase, obi share Dunkofe, obi share Techima Kentampo, any identity or more Tony Emmanuel savings and loans companies, ne banks are what dry bembe or more kohwa, one more any day.
Or kohwa, or let's almost say the patrol. Me market woman me ton say me pese me see me sika me pese can me krikra end of the day me kokrom na mapom na me ba pese me sika na be see bank and sa sika na amo ano so pese me kotonye ma me ba be yi bi akoton but e bia na be ka say me ti bi information bi na pese wait me aya na e possible say wait me nya another account bi a sa account me dey betua me ho until every month no we dey munyi 500 Ghana for the start. And found to account mu mami.
Okay.
As savings. Na me nhwe sana ebeko. So that is basically it. Every savings and loans, every institution as a bank can help you with that. Omiti mi wow.
Nti ukọ bank bia na omo won mo krasika.
And I mean a short pass bank for no so bisa. Bisa omo question. Me sure omo thank you. Omo wow. Me a short pass bank bia obeko bia omo hu say we bisa sa question. Willingly no omo wow in temtem omo hwehwe omo na asekra because a growth a idea be wow ma business wa akosro. So I'm sure say we call bank na no they will assist you then.
Okay, nti say obi nso answer na ye investment no. Ebi nso beka say ye wo groups ye to susu. Ye je na bia week we ye de ama we na ye de ama we. How does it work? Eboa ana say ye a yen kwan be so na yen fa so enye no kwan papa so.
Okay, nti that has also been one of the most oldest way of communal living. Obia timi bua ne ho ebo nipa baako. It's been the way Africans have been living forever, and it's a good thing. Obi wo ho a obi timi aka say okay, me ton ade en there. The me de be ko bank no. Ebia me ma wo say ana daily me susu. So that is another way almost mu save. So you be able to count the money per back. You can always save the money in the bank in this savings account. So I can say, okay, every month no, SAS can have the amount no, me year to her. If you understand me, you SAS can to her. Into a year fina, maybe bring some abo. My problem is always got business account. I say it's a film ediako. So then we realize that business no grow at a certain rate. But the moment you are always putting your hands in business capital no, it will be declining and
okay.
So when you have a contribution group you are even doing, you can decide on how to model it. Wow. End of month, Ibiana will decide to say, okay, maybe 200 Ghana end of the month. So me see bank. At the time no so I'm out. And at time no so me transfer amount. So the mobile money will their banks are more apps. I know our market women are not so big, but they can always learn. They are doing great things. I see market women who are doing wonderful things. Me, I always believe that they can do better. If we train them and we show them the right things to do. Training has to be facilitated by maybe the government and the groups. You know, market people have groups. And that's the beauty of it. Like for me, that's the beauty of the marketplaces.
Tomato Sellers Association.
Thank you. Omoko a year together. Omobon come out together. So people and other institutions should use that platform. No, educate you. Omo, the more you're interested. No, what mentor omo. When you mentor them, they do it and do it well, and it becomes easier. That's basically it.
Okay, it's young investment. No, na Brian de enkomo no AC no investment yate. Investment then any savings no nso na ben ne dem na denti na ese nipa otoa ese okoye bibi investment.
Okay, inti because investment is basically ebia earnings bia wenya na ske bia wenya our person would it for short term and long term.
Okay,
because short term long term means say ebia enemy has can be saying here be with the next 2-3 months.
Okay,
this asika there are instruments be anyame bi wo ho a obetimi ediato ye be treasury bills, if be bonds, if be fixed deposits. Now saying some about ho pi wo
ko ma bonds say kwa ye say merwafo ne nkwakrafo e ko packet of finance ministry na bibi basa so we can investment obi
but it doesn't mean you should get scared.
First can because ya cheche mama ya te asese so this can ko to bank na aban to me eba bebo mu besia na ebi ma showcase ama yahu say aban je ye wontumi ntua ne adenti ama say amanfo through investment
aban bi tua. You see, you can always have a fixed deposit and no mommy okay and also when you're bad treasury bills are not bad.
Okay,
it's just because it's a
fixed
time
deposit na den
fixed deposit no akwa say bank no treasury bill until bank na ye ho adwuma for instance treasury bill no the government no wo ho control until instance fixed deposit there okọ bank na also me fixed deposit bank na be ma rate price of the amount period now we be investing no maybe at 3 months 6 months 12 months sana treasury bill so no be the same but treasury bill no on mine and the Bank of Ghana omo regulate.
Okay,
unlike fixed deposits no and the banks no and regulate
it e fa say wo ma ye come ho asem mo ton ade o mo shops ni ade fixed deposit no mum ebeboa o mo at treasury bills na.
You see, I don't want to impose say the better because obiane what they believe and what they think will work for them.
Near hin be safe. Say bia dacha semunti on person obekọ na esi o na sika ni ho na bramant time na ade.
I think it's all safe. The first thing you do person sika kosi baby no. Also to make sure banks ni be no have shown has run the test of time. Omo transaction na omo share nkofo omo nyimo ejuma. You see that they have been doing well. Bank of Ghana is solid. It's just that the country has been hit with a few crises and things have become hard. But in your bad say, treasury and our bond. It's just that we've been faced with a few situations, ahama decisions, ayeding. You understand? And so you can always go to a bank and say, okay, I want to invest my money in a fixed deposit. And now in Bravoso, you'll be then so and yes, so big organ, I'm offering shares.
Okay.
I'm offering shares. Obi or company can see if I say Coca-Cola or floaty shares or say, okay, Obi to me I talk this amount of na ye the juma, yamau and
who may be a
yes, who have bam. Yamau BB. And no mostly no age ma will cheap Ghana. So we've had once upon a time, it still goes on.
Yeah,
there are companies, Nestle, other companies, MTN are very active on their shares. National Motor shares, they've been very active. And also, no, you can always consider it. But yes, the question is, you can grow your investments. What plan is say by end of the year, no, and if I say the next 3 months, no, we who car be a person.
Okay.
It is Sikano Ebiana Onya 10,000, 20,000 every month. The old basic okay can can say okay bank me mom 20,000 every month for the next 6 months.
Okay.
More investors are sikano and mommy by the end of the period no me the baby obi so ho onya immediate use for sikano so say sky there me invest e ma be a dachi member ana e be a me di be 55 me pese me the complete me dine. So they have a plan for it. So the investment is more or less like sika what do you see ho it's not for an immediate use.
Okay.
That's the difference between the savings.
Because savings no dey you say na nsi hu na nya kese just osika modu. Nti we no sika wo dey kwa to bank say wo dey investment no. Na nsi hu ne tesai.
It is a sia no say oko banker there's always a period that we can be see for insi hu no. There's always a rate I had be mount. Into oko bank bia we can say person me investment for 3 months. For 6 months, for 12 duration wo omo wi na maka catch say oh e betimi ama e bia 10% o sika no so for 3 months e betimi ama 12% and e betimi ama this percent. It varies. Investment bia ne percentage on make us on ma for the period I'll be just can see you. Okay. Into if I say PSC with this guy AC bear 1 million Ghana cedi with the Akoto bank o person will jail for 1 year. Rates na bank be ma no ana savings no be ma no en yet so obi a wako Jessica for 3 months and 6 months e be on the be smaller because we sika so and we for a longer period. The whole idea na say waka che bank no say on Jessica no onye juma na de obenya wo so no ontua wo ka. So then this is a situation where one person obey juma
and na sika mum na ye juma ma.
Thank you.
Nti efa say why you
en komono asia na waka no the money is working for you me juma me sika no en juma ma
it dey say wo hosla na fe onya sika bi emu oduru a na o pese ohome o pese o be hya ho so obi wo ho a onyini no na ho de ba fom.
Thank you very much.
Obi ma ko abrochi akọ hosla na fe o manya sika bi emu oduru nti oba o de investment na fe na wa relax kakra nti onimisa bosomi bia no e bia ne obenya ho e bia 2,000 3,000 of free say okay.
Yeah.
Nti eno na wo betu fu say obi nya sika do so pu a onfanye sa investment no. And I would say fixed deposit you okay. Treasury bills so you okay. And a bonds no so you okay. Nti my nwura what's an shares account. My nwura your friend is saying treasury bills no. Nti ye ka safety obi e de ne sika e ko akwa to treasury bills. Government na was to control. See I say economy na style bi kakra. Man force asika no I say oh aban say menya abotre kakra ne ade. But how safe and a treasury bills tie and I didn't know that's our problem way.
So once upon a time the safest way of obey versus treasury bill. Obi because abro nim share crown him say treasury bill dem sika say ho aban dia aban be tuame. Because the bank and institution where there na mo ban and say e bia na me call pe na mo afori up mo ni hobium. I think it's just because of the way life has been lately. The economy has not been too favorable into decision making. and ama ebiana the government might be late or might not give you higher rates. But I think it's a perfect way to actually invest your money. It is not bad at all to invest your money in treasury bills. At times, some of the information is the way it comes out. So people blow it out of proportion. Let it look like a treasury bill there. What the question and saying abani and farmer. The government will pay you. Just the only thing is that there are so many policies and there are decisions to be made on how the money is used. So the government takes those monies, uses it for projects, gets interest.
Buying first control says canon. Someone say buying a what treasury bills to control.
Yeah, so they use the banks institutions to collect the money.
Okay.
So if you want to buy a treasury bill, you just go to the bank.
They are buying.
They are buying sika
because are buying fine
and it's the most trusted. It's the most trusted way of actually having certain some amount of money as an investment because Ghana Bank of Ghana your mother bank. It's definitely because say okay, we are using all the banks to collect that money. That's depositors' funds. They'll bring it together and they'll invest it. When they invest it, they are telling you that at this rate, at this period, we are going to pay you back and give you interest, or you can take all your money on the cash. The only thing is that there are so many policies, there are so many decisions, as I've said earlier, that are made into. It might maybe take a little longer of a time, but it will come. I believe, say the government knows how important it is that people have told and got money to come and invest. They won't jeopardize it. It might take time, but they will definitely pay those monies and actually be able to, pay you off your investments. It is not a bad thing after all to do. People are still taking treasury bills. People are still investing in bonds. People are still in shares. Although it hasn't been the best of information that has gone by, say, Nancy would you say saying a basic. But I believe say a year period, a economical period na as a country, I'm not sure if we do our things right, it will be like this. Because once upon a time, as I said, treasury bills were the best way to actually invest your money. That's what we all knew. And the banks came and they also said we can also do fixed deposits. We can also mobilize money and actually invest it for you.
But how safe are treasury bills at this time? Because you who say economy no I style kakra. How safe?
Treasury bills are still safe. They are safe instruments to use.
And to me na make say okay, maybe next 6 months.
Yes.
Sikana na sem pese me nya ho nsi ho a.
Obenya osika.
Okay.
But the period in which you have actually mentioned that you want this, you get your money back.
What makes you think say you
No, you will get the money back because as a contract you've contracted the government to actually give you I'm not here to actually try and go into the area of politics or anything, but I understand where you're coming from. But the point is
people have concerns
and they want to know.
It's wo na we expect us our field no.
Yes.
Ye tie wo futuo na yen gina so na yen so ya take yen decision.
Yeah.
It's over fixed deposits or more ate. Treasury bills no na nsem kakra wo ho ye wi a bonds no so beba na wi na ya company nyina hu na ye ma metiefo ene o ma motivate
enti basically no treasury bill no ye ade a what bank say what is sika koto ama ya ma rate ama government na use sika no adane. It's just like the bonds. I'll speak all of it together. It's just like the bonds. You've given the bank, the government a certain amount of money. They are using those monies to do things that will develop the country, and they are giving you returns on your money. So it's more or less like you are trusting the government. The government works for all of us.
Yeah.
So even you signing the form, say why you say you've automatically signed the contract, which is binding the government to give you back upon duration and so I still believe that it's a perfect way to actually invest. There's nothing, and as I said, I'll say again, it is not something we should all be alarmed about. I believe if the education goes down right, if the institutions, if the government and people are educating people who are not well, extremely educated, now what church saying that nobody, the fear and panic will reduce. That is what the problem is. Is that
from where you sit, fear and panic and I say it reduce, Wo then our becan any
as in the investment instrument to use.
Yes.
I will always say that if you want to get your money and you know that okay, make up banks is here, bank me rate. You see, the rates are also higher on treasury bills. So somebody will go and be saying that, oh, okay, bank number me say, bank number me say, I buy me say, I buy. So it's all, it comes down to your decision. But I think if you take a fixed deposit, readily, you can get it. If you take a treasury bill, readily, when you want your money, you inform them prior to it, they'll disinvest it, and they give you your money. So for me, I think both of them are perfect. I won't even try and make anyone better than the other. I think they are perfect.
Shares, fixed deposit, treasury bills,
They are
while
perfect.
free say open.
So I think it boils down to education.
Okay.
So every time, also bisa questions. I'm say, yeah, more pinano, yeah, pe questions bisa. Sana yeah, environment here. Bisa questions pia so kasado and now bisa. But I believe say people how want to ask here, I will say bisa questions. Now when you're more intuition, when you're comfortable, also bisa more questions. So that is what again we are doing here right now, trying to educate and try and inform our listeners on what they need to know and how they need to go about it. I believe when you walk to a bank and you have any money, you can put it in fixed deposit, you can put it in treasury bills for the period. While be sure what I should say CK mehiano within this period, CK mehiano within this period, intimate the two ha ebe buame.